Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel So Little Time, and my name is Karen. So I'm back from the Stitch Festival. Oh my goodness, it was such a good day. Oh, it was so exciting. I'm so excited to share it with you. Yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was such a nice day out, you know, a selfish day out that I don't get very often on a weekend. We tend to spend our weekends as a family together. So, and I wouldn't actually have gone, to be honest, if I hadn't have been contacted by Laura at So Different Patterns, you know, to ask me to showcase my Longline Jacket. I wouldn't have gone at all, you know, because it's just a long way to London from Leicester. And it means leaving like Simon and the boys without a car if I was to travel on my own. But luckily my mum and dad came with me, and my friend Sarah as well, who lives around the corner. So my dad kindly drove us all the way to London, and it was it took us a little bit longer to get there than we thought. We left at 8 in the morning and we were supposed to get there like by 10:05, but there was a closure on the M1, so we had to divert off, and we were going all around these windy lanes, and I don't like that. I get a bit travel sick in the back of the car, so I was like, oh, can we just hurry up and get back onto the M1? And then by the time we got there, I think our estimated time of arrival was supposed to be about 10:05, because it's only just over 2 hours. But by the time we got into London and went all through the traffic and stuff, and it was getting on for 10:30 then, and we missed the turning to the car park, and then we got stuck in this like one-way system. And you know, London's so busy, people walking everywhere, biking everywhere, and you know, taxis cutting you up left, right and centre. So that was a little bit stressful. I was like, can we just park the car? So then in the car park as well, that was really tight. And my dad's got quite a big car, quite a fat car, I say. So I go around the corners, and there I was like stressing that he was going to scratch it, you know, because it wouldn't be the first time. My mum mounted the railings in one of the John Lewis car parks in Leicester. I was with her, it was so funny. I was like, oh my goodness, you're on the railing. And I was like, and then she tried to reverse, and I was like, no, you're making it worse. Oh my goodness, I think they had to have 2 new doors. It was just a nightmare. Anyway, we got parked up. By the time I got into the Business Design Centre itself, I'd missed the run through of the actual catwalk, which was a shame because I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. So I was really stressing about that. But then I met up with a few people that were taking part in the catwalk for other design companies, you know, pattern companies. So they just basically gave me an idea of what I needed to do. And then actually for So Different Patterns, there was 5 other people, or 5 of us, I think, 5 or 6 of us, who actually were showcasing patterns for So Different. So that was nice to be able to be with other people. And also we were 3rd in line for the companies that were showcasing, you know, their makes and stuff. So I was able to watch the catwalk of the people going ahead before me, so I could get an idea of what I needed to do. But yeah, I mean, by the time it came around to our turn, I was starting to get like shake. My heart was thumping really fast. I felt really hot, but I absolutely loved it. I mean, even to the point of when it came up to my turn, my heart started going so much faster. But then I just thought, no, I've got to do this. This is my time. And so I went on there and I strutted my stuff, and there was quite a big audience, you know, so I just couldn't stop smiling. The ache of my face from just smiling, because I don't know, I was just smiling so much because I was loving it, but also because I was so nervous. But Angela from Devon Thread Tales and Adele from Button and Pip were in the audience, and they got a couple of nice bits of video for me, so I'm going to insert that in a moment. But honestly, it was so nice. I really, really did enjoy it, and it just made, like, you know, like the sewing community is such a lovely place to be anyway, you know, to be involved in, and that just made it seem so much better, if that makes any sense. You know, being around people who just have this love of sewing, and just being with them on the catwalk and stuff, and it was just so nice, you know, to get recognised for makes that you know, the effort that you put in to make things and stuff. So that was just so lovely. Really did enjoy that. My dad basically filmed the whole of the catwalk show, so I've asked him to get me a snippet of it, so I'm hopefully going to be able to insert that into this video, and I'll just insert what I can basically. And I did do some footage of the day itself as well, and I met up with Anna from You Got Me in Stitches as well, so that was really lovely. And I did manage to chat with a few other people who follow me on Instagram and who watch my YouTube channel, so that was lovely, you know, really nice to say hello to people and you know, bring Instagram to life basically. The day itself was amazing as well. I really do like the fact that it's hosted at the Business Design Centre, because it's not too big. It was really nice to be able to get around the stalls in a good amount of time. you know, because we didn't get there till 11 and then our car park was up at 4, I think. So yeah, it was nice just to have that amount of time there really. And by then we'd had enough and got round mostly all of the stalls really. So yeah, that was really, really good. And there were some lovely stalls there, you know, not just fabric, but haberdashery. There was also lots of other bits, jewellery, lots of things really. I mean, I can't reel them all off. I can't remember them all, but I managed to refrain from buying any fabric. Can you believe it? I didn't buy any. I was really tempted at the very last minute. There was a stall, I can't remember what it was called now, but I'll put it across the bottom of the screen, and I'm going to definitely go back onto their online shop at some point and purchase some fabric, because they have got loads of gorgeous fabrics and all sorts of different fabric types. But I was really interested in their raincoat fabric. They've just got some really nice prints, and you don't come across raincoat fabric like that very often, so I'm definitely going to go back and get some of that off their website. I made a few purchases. I was really quite restrained. I was quite impressed really that I didn't, you know, go crazy, but I'll show you what I got. I've got it all laid out here on the table, and I'll show it you in order of how I picked it up as I went along. So the first thing that I picked up were these vintage buttons. Now I've got no plans for these whatsoever, and I've got nothing that I can really put them on at the moment, but I just really liked the style of those. And they've got like, they're not a shank button, but on the back they've got, I don't know if you'll be able to see, like a little gap where you can sew that onto a coat, I suppose, something like that. But I really like those, and they were, I think they were only £3 it cost me. Yeah, dead cheap, you know. They'd be lovely for like the Marlowe cardigan, I think, if you were to button it up, you know, or on any type of coat really, I suppose. Yeah, so they'll just be put into my stash for future. Then I picked up some buttons from Ethel and Joan. Absolutely love these. And it was really lovely chatting to the ladies there on that stall. And one of them was such a chatterbox. I mean, I talk quite fast, but my word, she could talk. It was just lovely, you know, to have such a nice chat with them. And yeah, I absolutely love these buttons. They're a resin button. They're all handmade, and she makes all the casts herself as well. So these are actually going to be put onto a make of mine that I'm going to do for the So Frugal 22 challenge. So that'll give you a hint as to what I'm going to be making. So I hope they will look really nice anyway. And then I also bought from Ethel and Joan a belt buckle. So this is the one I've bought. And I've got no outfits that it would go with at the minute, but it's something that I probably will, you know, make a garment for the future. So I know that Becky from Sewing Notes from the Sewing Room, she has made the Lyra dress and used a belt buckle to make a belt to go around that. And I thought that was a really lovely idea. So that might be an idea for me to make that dress. Although I have got another dress pattern that might work with it as well, which you'll see in a moment. And then I just bought a couple of little tins. You know, you can't never have too many tins, can you? So this one says I love sewing on it, and this one just says I love sewing on it as well, I think, or love sewing. And this one's just a round little tin, you know, that you take the lid off. Oh, I can get it off, it's quite stiff. I mean, you've seen the inside of a tin before, haven't you, really? You don't really need to see, I suppose, but I can't get it off now. I did get it off when I was there we are, you know, just a round one. And then I'm going to struggle to get the lid back on, aren't I? I'll just do that in a minute. And this one it's got a hinge on the back actually, so you just open this one like that. So, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to put in it, but I will find something. Yeah, just a little gadgety things, you know. And then I bought the Prim tape measure. I go through these so quickly. I don't know why. Either iron them or my children get hold of them and, you know, pull them all out, they don't go back in again, or I lose them, so I needed another one of those. So that was really nice. And then I've bought a friction pen as well. I've not used one of these before, so I think that will be really, really handy. Usually when I do my markings, like for darts, I use a tracing wheel and some like carbon paper type thing. And then for like any other marks and things, I've got like a water soluble pen or an air drying one, you know, where it goes away with the air. But I thought this was quite good. I think you iron that away. So I'm going to try that. Then I came across a stall which was literally at the end of the day, and it's the Sewing Sanctuary. I've not heard of them before, and this is actually where the fabrics were from, the raincoat fabrics. So it was the Sewing Sanctuary. And yeah, I've not heard of them before. They've got loads of different fabrics there. They've got a few kits to make up bags with the waterproof fabrics. They've got patterns. a few other bits and bobs as well. And I picked up a pattern because actually they've got a dress on a mannequin, and I'll insert the photo actually of the mannequin wearing the dress, and I thought, oh, that's really nice. So it is very similar to the Lyra, but it does have a pleated skirt, and you can make it in lots of different types of fabric. I think the one on the mannequin is made out of like a lightweight denim, and then they've used contrast fabric around the collar and the sleeve cuffs. So I picked up that pattern. So this is it here. In actual fact, this is the fabric that was on the mannequin. Yeah, really like that, you know. So it's got pleated skirt detail here, and then stand-up collar, and it's buttoned down all the way through. And then on the back, you can see here it has the line drawings. So it is very similar to the Lyra, but it just doesn't have the gathered skirt. It's a pleated skirt. So it says that you can use light, medium weight fabrics, linen, cotton, denim, viscose and twill. So, you know, quite a lot of fabric options there. And I think it says to use snaps, but I suppose you could use buttons along with buttonholes. And then it gives you the body measurements across the back. So I don't know if it includes the finished garment measurements on the inside of the pattern pieces or if they're inside the booklet. I haven't actually taken it out and had a look yet. But it looks like I would fit into one size. You know, I'm not really going to be too worried about the hips because it's pleated skirt. So I'd be more focusing on my bust and waist anyway, but I do really like that. And I would never have thought to use contrast cuffs or on the collar. Yeah, so that was really nice. And if it hadn't been on the mannequin, I wouldn't have picked this up. This was quite expensive though, this pattern, I have to say. It was £18.50. So I was quite shocked when I got to the till. I was like, oh, do I want to buy that? I was like, yes, I will, you know, even though I'm not supposed to be buying any more patterns because I've got enough, but I will make it. I know I will make that, you know. So then the very last thing that I picked up was one of these little right angle rulers. Now, you've probably seen these before. This is by Jen, who I think won the Great British Sewing Bee on one of the series. And she's got a website, which is www.jenhog.co.uk, and I'll put that across the bottom of the screen. And she's on Instagram as well at Generates, and she designed this ruler, and she's got, I think, a video all about it, yeah, on her website, I think. So it says you can see how I use it on there. It's small and nifty, and you can do various things. Now, the thing that made me buy it is that on the back here it says that there are 5/8 of an inch seam allowance markers on every side, and also there is a 3/8, I think. Oh no, is it quarter? Is that quarter of an inch? It's 3/8, isn't it? I think. Yeah, so there's these little 2 dots here, and I think like you can put your pen in there or pencil in there, and if you need to add seam allowance onto a pattern, it enables you to do that. And I will need to do that when I eventually make patterns out of one of the magazines that I've bought. You know, when I need to tell you stuff, I can never get it off the top of my head. So again, I'm gonna have to put it across the bottom of the screen. Fibre Mood, that's it, Fibre Mood. I've got a magazine with loads of patterns in there, and there are a few that I would like to make in the future, but you do need to add seam allowances onto those patterns. I think if you buy the patterns separately from their website, the seam allowance is included. I don't know why they just don't add them on. I mean, goodness sake. So I'm gonna have to add seam allowance on. So yeah, it and there's a 1/2 inch as well. It's a 1/2 inch one there. So I think like as you move it around the pattern, you put your pen in that hole and add it on, I suppose. I know some people use one of those double wheel tracing wheels, but yeah, I haven't got one of those, so I'm going to use this. And I never know what else I might need to use that for. So that was just the last thing that I picked up. So I thought I was quite restrained really in all my purchases. So yeah, really liked my little haul that I got, and I absolutely loved the day itself. And we just took our own packed lunch, so we sat there and ate that in the food hall and stuff, and it was really nice to catch up with my sewing friends, and just to have a really nice day out. And I didn't get back too late. Excuse me, the oven's just gone off. I'm baking apple crumble. Back in a moment. Sorry about that. Back again. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying now, but yeah, the day itself was amazing. So if you ever get the chance to go yourself, I highly recommend it. It was just a nice size, I think. I don't think it was too big, and it was just, you know, nicely laid out, and you were able to find everything. I mean, I say that, we still missed a few of the stalls that I wanted. Wanted to go to Little Rosy Cheeks stall, and I missed that somehow. Wanted to go to Sew Over It stall, and I missed that one. Although I did see Lisa chatting on the doing a talk on the actual stage itself when I first arrived, but I was so preoccupied with trying to find out where I needed to be and not realising at that point that, you know, I'd missed the complete run through. So I wasn't really paying any attention, but yes. And as you can see, I've got my my Fraser cardigan on by Love Notions, so I wore that on the day, so I managed to just finish it the night before we went, so that was really nice to wear this. I mean, it was quite warm in there, but I do like to feel warm anyway, and it was freezing outside, and I've got it on with my denim Millie Pinafore and my Agnes top. So I've got a badge on here, which I forgot to mention. It just says sewist across it, and I also got that from one of the stalls. I think it was from the same place that I got the tins from. So overall, a thoroughly enjoyable day. I felt on such a high all day, couldn't stop smiling. And even yesterday when I got home on Sunday, I was still on a high yesterday. So yeah, it was just really, really nice. And I showed the boys the video of me on the catwalk and stuff. And then Simon was just laughing because he said, I just keep thinking that you're going to fall over. And I said, I didn't fall over. Thank you very much. You know, but yeah, because I did send him a WhatsApp picture through, I think, later in the day of a still photo that my mum had caught of me with the biggest grin on my face at the end. And he always takes the mick out of me because whenever I take photos, I'm always smiling with all my teeth out. And he said, and I sent him the picture and I just said to him, here I am with the biggest grin ever with all the teeth. And I said, no, I didn't fall over. But then he didn't see it. So when I got back, I said to him, I sent you a message. Why didn't you see it? And he was like, oh, I don't think it notified him or something. Or that's it. I was archived. I was like, how dare you archive me? How rude. So he said, oh, I don't know how that happened. Anyway, I think that brings this video to the point where I need to actually put the video footage in. So I'm going to put the video footage in then of me on the catwalk. And I hope you enjoy it. And I'll catch you in a moment. We're here, finally. It's only taken us near enough 3 hours to get here. There's my dad. Say hi. Yeah. This is Sarah. Get ready. And here's my mum. Right, so here we are inside the Stitch Festival. It's fantastic. So many stalls to look around. Yes, so happy that we're here. It's lovely. So I haven't bought anything yet. I've just done my debut on the catwalk. It was so funny. So I hope you'll see a snippet of that in a moment. But yeah, just panning you around so you can see there's a few levels here to go on and have a look at all the goodies. So I shall see you a bit later. I need to start again. Just think of something to say. I'm like, See my grey hairs. Hello. Hello. We are here at the Stitch Festival and I'm with Anna from You Got Me in Stitches. So have you bought anything yet, Anna?
No, I've been really good so far.
Yeah, I've only bought one thing. I've bought some vintage buttons. No plans with them yet, but I just liked them.
I've bought a baggie with me.
Oh, yeah?
With my trusty hammer, because I always carry my hammer around.
Oh, good idea. Good idea.
You know, it's just something that always stays in the baggie. In case anybody takes the fabric, and then I give them a good hammering afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, so we're going to be perusing all the lovely fabrics that they've got here, but I'm not going to be buying any fabric today, I don't think. I think I'm going to be buying just like haberdashery bits and bobs and things that I need. I don't need any more fabric unless there is.
I'm so proud.
Oh, I'm
my
proud of you.
Friend
Honestly,
going on the catwalks, absolutely amazing.
Oh, it was amazing. The both of us getting on there because it was really scary.
Yes, it was really scary.
It was, but I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Right. Bye. Hello. I'm here with Devon Threadtails and Button and Pip, Adele and Angela. I'm sure you know of them. Now we're at the Stitch Festival, obviously, and we have been buying some goodies. So, what have you ladies been buying?
Oh yes. So we've bought some. We're gonna have a go at making a shawl.
Yes.
With these lovely yarns. And where's my fabric?
I've got another.
Oh yes. Yeah, that was Clive, I think, was
Now, what
wearing
did she
it.
make it out of? We were trying to work it out. Was it a bold,
Oh, I don't know.
Boucle.
a boucle, or was it a boiled wool?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm going to make that.
I don't
I
know.
have to stalk her and find her.
And what fabric have you got? Look
gorgeous
at that. That's gorgeous.
And I got the pattern that Karen.
Yes. It's the So Different Longline Jacket. Angie's going to make one. Brilliant.
Very chuffed.
Yes. So good to see you, ladies. Bye.
Now this beautiful Longline Jacket in blue and gold fabric is just absolutely stunning. Now Karen has been sewing for 12 years since she received a sewing machine for her 30th birthday, and and she hasn't stopped since. You can keep up with Karen because she has her own YouTube channel called So Little Time, where she shares more of her gorgeous creations. Welcoming Anna next. So Anna has made the Lavinia dress in a vintage linen, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. They are both by Sew Me Something. She actually added 10 inches to the length and used French seams throughout. Anna's preferred vintage style is vintage, as we can see here, but she's also got a bit of a love for making cosplay outfits as well, so that showcase her creative style. Fantastic.
Right, I'm on my way home now. It's a little bit bumpy. What a fantastic day I've had, and we're a little bit tired now, aren't we, Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been an absolutely magnificent day. Lovely to catch up with so many sewing buddies and to see everything that was on offer on all the stands and that kind of thing. So I kept to my word and I haven't bought any fabric, but I have bought a few haberdashery bits and bobs and some notions and stuff like that, so I shall share that with you later. Alright, I'm now in the car with me olds driving back.
I need to sleep as well.
Yeah, so catch you later, bye! So that brings this video to an end then. So I hope you have enjoyed watching today. Please do give this video a like and subscribe if you've not already done so. And if you are watching me for the first time, thank you ever so much for visiting my channel, especially if you've come from obviously seeing me on the catwalk at the Stitch Festival, because I know my video YouTube channel was mentioned. So yeah, thank you ever so much for visiting today, and I hope you stick around. Thanks a lot then guys. I shall see you very soon. Take care. Bye.